Hello guys, good evening. How are you guys doing? Someone asked me a question. This is what are the opportunities or the visa options opportunities to come to Austria? I already explained the visa option if you want to come with the visiting visa on a live video. Okay, so go and watch the video. But this video, I'm going to be talking about the family reunion visa. Okay, we have the student route visa. You can come either the short time or the long term. I also explained it in that video. And you have apart from those that seek asylum, it's also another way to enter, but you are not getting a visa to come in. Then there is the work visa too. You can actually search for jobs online to work in Austria if you're a skilled worker and if you can speak German language, or if there are jobs that they don't require you to speak German language, maybe they need highly skilled workers, you can actually get visa to come and work. And then the family reunion visa, which is the one I want to talk about now. So pay attention. If you're married, you live in Austria, you're a married man or you're a married woman, and you want to bring your spouse over, you need to pay good attention to this. Okay, I might not be detailing everything, but I'm going to be giving you some points, basic informations you need so you don't omit anything. Okay, the first thing you need as the person inviting your spouse is you need to make sure that the space where you live, the quadrat meter, is big enough to accommodate you and your spouse. If you have children or your wife has children or a child back home with her and is coming with that child, the space you are going to be looking at where you are going to be living before making your application should be bigger enough, to the extent that the child is supposed to have his or her own private room, and the space is going to be enough to accommodate all of you, because Austria doesn't play with children and space accommodation. They want to know that you are comfortable enough to take care of yourself and also bring in a spouse to live with you. And of course, your income, they will look at it, we call it loan setting. Okay, your pay slip, your income, monthly income will be put into considerations. Most times they will ask you to drop your the last 3 months or the last year rent. Another one is your police reports. Here you have to do it and check everything online. It's done by the police here, and once all those things are done, then you need to just book online, apply for your spouse online, and then once you book, they are going to give you a date, then you send it to your spouse that is back home, that is supposed to come. Okay, then before getting the date, I think you need to inform your spouse of the documents to bring. The number one thing somebody that is coming for the family reunion visa in Austria need is the German language certificate. That is the A1, the lowest level of German language. That is the lowest level that you need to learn, like come, go, my name is this. Okay, like come is still come is come in German language. Go, gehen, those simple thing. Ich heiße Adaise, ich heiße Nkechi, that's I am called, or my name is Nkechi. Okay, all those small little German language. Okay, that level, you need to have it, the certificate. They normally write the exam in Goethe Institute, Lagos. That is the only approved center to write the exam. Goethe, even if you do your classes any other part of Nigeria, you must go to Lagos Goethe Institute to write the exam. So the second requirement they need is your marriage certificate, that you're legally married to this person. Okay, then if your spouse went to school, is advisable to gather his or her university, secondary school certificate, master's degree, everything. And please, I will beg you, if you're still in Nigeria, make sure that you get your certificates, okay, and your transcripts from those schools. Come with your transcripts here, because you might need it few years later. But what is most important is just the certificates from your university, from your master's degree or your secondary school, the original certificates. Drop them at the embassy so they can stamp it at the back. It's very important. Okay, apart from the certificates, you're supposed to have your local government of origin certificate, birth certificate. Okay, that you need to get an affidavit from a court or a high court that will stamp it at the back, and all that. Then the next requirement is if you have children, your children's birth certificate too will be attached there. Okay, so I think these are the most basic information you need. Then if you have more extra documents, you attach to them, but the more documents you bring, the more expensive, because all those documents must be legalized. All of them must be verified. So the more documents you bring, the more money you pay. So I will advise you to just pick the most important documents, like your school documents, your the compulsory ones. The school certificates are not compulsory, but it's important you go with it. Okay, then your marriage certificate, your German language certificate, which is compulsory, and your local government of origin and birth certificate, and that of your children if you have a child. All these certificates are from Nigeria, apart from Goethe Institute's certificates. All of them must be verified. The school certificates must be verified in Abuja at the Federal Ministry of Education. After the verification of the school certificates, you take them to all the other Nigerian certificates you have to Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Ministry of Foreign Affairs will also verify and sign at the back and stamp at the back of those certificates. After doing all these things, then please you send application for your spouse. Then get appointment for the spouse to go to the embassy. If you don't have any of these documents, if you don't have the complete document, it will be a waste of time and money. You will end up flying to Abuja, coming back because of one certificate. Because when you go to the embassy will not tell you the requirements you come with. It's at that first appointment of the verification day that you'll be given a form, and you will be told that they need all those things, and all of them must have been verified by Ministry of Education and Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Okay, so you need to do these things before going for your very first appointment. When you now get to the embassy for the first appointment, they will give you a form. That form is actually supposed to be the application form, where you fill in all your information, fill in everything about you. You can do it at the embassy there. Write the names of your family members, your mother, your father. If your parents are late, please write deceased. Don't sign under them. It might delay your appointment. You might be penalized if you do it. Like some of you make mistakes, your mother is late or your father is late, you mistakenly go and put a signature where a parent is supposed to sign for a deceased person. Just write deceased and leave it there. If they are alive, please write their name, official names. Fill in all your siblings, their names there. It is very important, because after giving birth or a few years later, you might want to invite your family member over to visit you. They will check those forms you filled when you first came. Okay, so you fill all these forms, drop all these documents, the original, with them, and with the form you filled at the embassy to them that day. Then you go. After you must have left, they will now send their lawyer to legalize all those things. Before the lawyer comes, I don't know how much it is now. When we did our own, some of them were like $40, $30, $100 and all that, depending on the number of documents you have. But the embassy is going to tell you how much it will cost to legalize all your documents. Okay? So they will send your lawyer. The lawyer might decide to call you to tell you they are coming. Some of them don't call. They will just come, start going to, because the embassy will pay them with the money they are charging you to travel. Okay, so they will go to your university to verify that you went to that university. They will go to your secondary school. They will verify in your local government. They will go around all the documents you gave them. They will verify. The only one they don't verify is the Goethe certificate, because they know that you can't forge Goethe certificate. Because after writing the exam in Lagos, they send everything to Germany, and Germany will mark it and bring your certificates for you, so they know it's authentic. But every other certificate, they verify it. And then I forgot, you need to get police character report. And that police character report, most times I don't advise you to do it on your first visit. You go for the first visit and then come back. Later you can do it, because it's not supposed to be more than 3 months. If it's above 3 months, you need to go back and pay money in a Lagbo police station to do that. That's the only place they do it in Lagos, okay? So you might not necessarily need it on the first visit. Maybe after legalization, they will now invite you again to come. This particular visa take maximum of 6 months if you don't have any problem in your documents, or there is no delay in the legalization or verification of your documents by the lawyer. It always lasts between 3 to 6 months maximum. You will get your visa. Okay, so on your second visit, that is when I will advise you that time to, they will now tell you to get a police character report. You can decide to now get it then and drop. Okay, so the moment you drop it and your lawyer is done with everything and all that, so the last visit you're going to the embassy, they will be the one to call you and tell you to bring your Nigerian passport, your international passport, to the embassy. The moment they tell you to bring your passport, you just know that they want to stamp it. If your application did not push through, or if there is a problem in your application, or there is a problem in your signature, because one of the things the lawyer is going to tell you when they come to you to verify your certificate, they will make sure you are around. They will give you a plain paper, A4 sheet, clean paper, to just, lawyer will just tell you sign your signature in an empty paper. You won't know that they want to confirm the signature you signed on that first day you went for your application with all those documents. So the moment you sign your signature, they will take it and put in the file. Some of them will just look at the signature and open your application form, because from the embassy, and see if the signature, they are not regular. That is a big problem. They will take it like that to the embassy, and they will penalize you. So you need to be sure when you're filling the form at the embassy on the first day, if you have more than one signature, please cram the particular one you signed at the embassy, and when the lawyer comes to you for verification or legalization of your documents, you sign that same signature. Is very important. Okay, even your parents that will sign your affidavit of your date of birth, okay, the affidavit, that's the same signature your mother or your father or family member is going to sign on that day. If they require that they are around to sign, make sure you tell them to sign that same signature when the lawyer is there with you. It will help you. So when they check and everything is all done, they call you to bring your Nigerian passport. You're good to go. That is it. So when you send your passport to them, they will, they will stamp it, and you're not, they will just stamp it that day, give you everything, and give you your passport back, and congratulate you for getting the visa. And the visa, they stamp the visa is always 3 months, 90 days. Once they stamp it for 90 days, all the information is coming from Austria here to Abuja, Nigeria. So you take your passport back home to fly. Remember, or before you go for stamping of your passport, taking it, you are expected to book your flight reservations, your insurance, and other important documents. And then the embassy will demand those ones, so it's not difficult. So you just make your flight reservation. Tell them where you want to travel. They want to use the flight reservation to know the period you want to travel. It will help them to now calculate the 3 months to give you the visa. Okay, so once you have the visa, you book your flights and decide to fly to Austria. That is all you need to know about family reunion visa. So if you have a spouse in Nigeria, you live in Austria, this video is going to be very important to you guys. Please help me to share it, and don't forget to make sure that your spouse gets the driving license. Nigerian driver's license is very, very important. The original driver's license, the one they do thumbprint, the original one, and they do capture and others like they do with the international passport. Even if your spouse doesn't know how to drive, please get the driver's license. It will save you a lot of cost, stress, and expenses. Thank you guys. Please help me to share this video. This is still Daisy's Empire, and I'm here to assist you, make your life easy, give you important information that will help you, okay, in your Japa journey. God bless you guys. Bye bye.